Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Coach Cherry Minas from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for Leap Transformation. This coaching conversation is for everyone who is still wondering who they are and still finding their purpose, their identity. And my mission is to help you find your identity, find the find the meaning of life for you, and so that you can live your life in greatness. These people I'm looking for are these people who have uh, a hurt, who have a painful past, who have a painful childhood, and because of that, they're lost. They don't know who they are. And how do we see that? They go from place to place, they go from relationship to relationship, or they don't respond to anyone, they don't respond to chosen people. They have trust issues, they have abandonment issues, and because of that, they don't enjoy life fully. But they believe that they are called to live a life of greatness. They try, but when they meet the pain in their life, they just give up. They just throw in the towel and say, bye bye. I'll just do it again tomorrow, the next day, if I'm given a chance. They don't make the leap to transformation, or they are the people who leap from one place or from one thing to another, but still they don't know what they are looking for. If you are one of this person, I would like to invite you to my tribe, and I would like to help you. So yes, thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So they'll appreciate that. If you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So, yep, thank you so much for being here. And let me ask this question. Have you seen the movie or have you read the book Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert? So tell me down in the comments down below who have seen the movie. So this movie was released in 2010 actually. And in my case, I watched it in 2013. So let me greet my sisters, my coaches who are here. Coach Lynn, hello Coach Trisha, watching from Bicol, hello. Maayong hapon. No, uh, I think that's Bisaya, sorry. So Coach Glacy from Bataan. So hello everyone. So I forgot most of the stories in this movie, but I enjoyed it because of the travels. And actually, if I'm looking at it now, I think we have a lot to learn from this movie. So the title of my talk is Eat, Pray, Love, a journey of self-discovery. And this is a coaching conversation for leap transformation. So I'm inviting you to share your hashtag pack by bag moment when you have a eureka moment or when you have an aha moment, and when you get an insight, when you see a picture, when you hear a word, or when you read the words. So yep, And because in that way you can bless other people, something that connects with you, you can also share that one. So yeah, our official hashtag is hashtag pack my bag moment. If you have a lap, you can say hashtag pack my bag moments. So there is our Wonder Woman bag. And hashtag coaching think talk, so that we can easily find you in the digital space. And for my talk, it's hashtag leaf formation. Okay, so let's start and let's go. Do you remember this? Do you know what I felt when I woke up this morning? Nothing. No passion, no spark, no faith, no heat. Absolutely nothing. I've really gotten past the point where I can be calling this a bad moment and it just terrifies me. Jesus. This is like worse than death to me. The idea that this is the person that I'm gonna be with from now on, this happens to people. They fall in love in their 20s, they get married, they do the granite countertop, white picket fence in their 30s. So they fail and fall down. They hurt like hell. They straighten up and march their bruised asses to the shrink's office. They can just check out. I'm not checking out. I need to change. So look at that. That's beautiful, right? So if you want to practice, um, dramatization, or if you just want to practice even public speaking, then you can take a screenshot of this and put an emotion into this. So do you remember her name? It was the actress was Pretty Woman. So again, what's the name of the actress? So like I lost it. But the writer is Elizabeth Gilbert, and this is her life. So Julia Roberts was the actress who played the role of Liz, of Elizabeth. And have you been in this point in your life? Have you been in this point where you wake up one day and like walang spark? Like there's no passion. You're just, you need to pay the bills, and so you're just dragging yourself from out from bed. And like if you're living in big cities in the Philippines, traffic is really bad. So things like those, and still you don't even want to wake up, and you don't want to go to work, right? If and you're thinking that if only someone could be paying your bills, if only someone could be paying your debt, then you'll just lie down in the bed all day and just sleep or think of nothing. So have you been in this point in your life? Like what Liz experienced. So actually Liz is married. Like people would say that she has a good life because the husband is okay, and like they have a house, they have, they don't have kids, but um there's no issue about that. But the spark in the relationship wasn't there anymore. Like they are just roommates, even not lovers anymore, but just roommates. And she has the career, he has the career, but why? What happened? Like one day you realize that, is this the life that I want? Is this the person that I really want to be with until I die? So questions like this. And so Liz, our character here, actually realized that she was 34 years old, and she realized that this is not what I want. So, and it clicked, or she snapped out from it because she was depressed. She got into depression, and then she snapped out of it, and she said, I need to change. So when was the time in your life when you said, enough of this? I'm fooling myself, I'm fooling the others that I'm happy, that my life is happy, but I'm not. Actually, I'm not. When was the time when you said, I just got a snap out from this, and like whatever they say, like Coach Lynn would say, face the unknown, snap out of it, whatever life may bring. I'll just get out from the rut where I am now and say, I need to change. I need to do something. I'm checking out from this life. I'm checking out from where I am now. I'm checking out from my depression. This is not the life I want. Because this is the usual, right? We were, I don't know about you, but we were told that when we were younger, we were told that we should finish college, we should get a degree, even get good grades, and then apply to a corporate, to a company, where you can earn more money, and then get a husband, get a wife, and then settle down, get a house, have kids, and then that's it. And then the definition of success is if you have a big house, if you have a car, and like people see you happy, you're not fighting. And even if you're not talking to each one, still that's okay. But because you have a house, don't even try to, to complain. You don't have their permission to complain, because according to society, this is the life that you should have. This is a successful life. Having that husband who has a good pay, having the husband who has a good position maybe in his company, or having the wife who has it all, having a beautiful wife. So things like that. And people would say, you don't have my permission to, you cannot do that. You cannot just check out. But in this story, Lee said, I'm checking out. I don't want to be in this life anymore. So yeah. Hello, Master Coach Jasmine. So yeah. So let's see. Let's follow Liz in her adventures. So that's her adventures. So her way was to actually, so her way of finding herself, of self-discovery, was actually to go to places. So she is based in New York, and so she planned an adventure, going to Italy and staying there, and then to India, and then to Bali. So first in Italy, uh, in Rome, in Naples, she went there to eat. So look at that. Um, According to the title of the movie, so this is the place where she ate. This is it. And if you look at this picture, first she was just eating fine, um, alone, and like the usual, uh, the usual, the usual eating that you should not eat a lot. You should eat less because you don't want to gain weight, because you want to maintain a kind of body that people will admire, the society will admire. So that's her. But then she realized that I came here to find myself. I came here to actually release the guilt, because there's a guilt in her culture that you can't be, you can you can actually, you can't live a good life, the life that she has before. You can't live that, but she want to release that guilt. And so in the second picture here, you can see that she was just, if you remember the scene, she was just devouring uh, the pasta, and she was eating pizza during that time. And in here, it's showing that, okay, this is what people say, but I'm releasing that, and I'm okay with eating a lot. I'm okay. Yeah, I have been depriving myself for a long time, for many times, but this time I'm going to give myself permission. So yeah, in Italy, her life was living without guilt. Like even if you eat that pasta, she's not guilty. Like, oh, I ate a lot. I think I'm going to gain weight, and like my husband would say this, people would say that I gain weight, blah blah. Blah. So in her time in Italy, she just devoured the food. And like she said, I'm going to live without guilt. So that's her in Italy. So do you remember that? She even was walking through the Colosseum. So if you are a traveler who has not traveled this year, if you're a travel bug like me, then you can watch this movie because you'll see some places where where the movie will bring you because yeah, you have not been traveling. So yeah, that's the first, and this is the next one. This is a lesson from there. So um, we all want things to stay the same, settle for living in misery because we're afraid of change, of things crumbling to ruins. Then I looked at around to this place, at the chaos it has endured, the way it has been adapted, burned, pillaged, and found a way to build itself back up again. And I was reassured maybe my life hasn't been so chaotic. It's just the world that is. And the real trap is getting attached to any of it. Ruin is a gift. Ruin is the road to transformation. So that is a realization when she was in the Colosseum. Because remember, the Colosseum was still during the time of who? Of Caesar. The time of the emperors. It was how many years already, but still it is there standing. It got a lot of renovation, but yeah, you can say that this is still the Colosseum where gladiators fought lions and tigers. So I think this is beautiful. This is a beautiful realization where you see your life crumbling, like you see your life um, as something not to be treasured, especially if you have done things in the past that are you are not proud about. Then yeah, you may think that your life is ruined, but actually, ruin has a beauty. The ruin in Rome, the ruin in the Colosseum has a beauty. It tells you that it stood even with the storm, even with all the changes in the weather. It stood even with world wars, with World War II, let's say. It stood there. And even with the changing of times, even with the long, you know, um, long years that passed, it's it's still it still is there. It stood still. And maybe your life is like that. You've experienced a lot of tribulations. You've experienced a lot of obstacles, hurdles. You've experienced a lot of hurts, of pain in the past. But maybe your life, your pain, your experiences has a beauty in it. And you are the only person who can determine or who can see the beauty in your pain. Because accordingly, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, yeah, that's for Italy. Now we fly to how many hours you say? Now we fly to India. So, Liz lived in an ashram in India. So, an ashram is like a retreat house in India, and like you eat what they eat. You know, it's like a community where you join the community. Some ashrams are free actually. You can arrange your stay in there, or some ashrams would have a minimum pay. So in India, she found inner peace. In India, yeah, of course, you know, India, it would be yoga, meditation, all of that. So coming from a place, from a noisy city, like a busy city like New York, she went to India. Like if you go to India, like I don't know in the capital, but when I was in Chennai, things are slow. Like they're just taking things so slow. I'm okay, it's okay. So yeah, Because in New York, according to a friend, I haven't been to New York yet, but according to a friend, people are always busy. People won't greet you. The first time that people greet each other was the bombing of the Twin Towers. But before that, and like now, they're not greeting each other. Like, you have your own life, I have my own life. So you don't care about other people. And then you walk fast. So I remember that because sometimes I'm in a hurry and like you're in a sidewalk and like someone in front of you is just walking, like we say, walking in the moon, like without gravity. They walk slowly and they have a partner and they are with somebody and like they are talking, they're telling stories, and like they don't care. And you, like, especially if you're late, I want to walk past you. Like, excuse me, if you don't want to walk past, then go somewhere. Maybe we should have a slow lane sidewalk and a fast lane sidewalk. So I don't know, but yeah, according to a friend who went to New York, people will just push you if you're just walking so slow in the sidewalks because people are so busy with their lives. And if you look at that, comparing that, like the busy life, the fast-paced life that she has in New York to living in India, in an ashram in India. And like according to one, in her three countries that she visited, like India was the, you know, India was the most boring. But I think it depends. Uh, if it was me, I think that should be okay. So I don't know about you. What do you think? What do you think about visiting India for even just for a month and like living there? So yeah. So in India again, I said she actually found inner peace. So yeah, because when you are always busy, when you don't meditate, when you don't pray, we don't when you don't journal, you're just busy with your work, with everything that is happening in your life. You don't actually see yourself, you don't actually meet yourself, you don't even know what you want, you don't even hear your voice because like everything is fast paced and you're like a robot, you're like in autopilot that this is what we're going to do first. First this and that and that and then and we're finished for the day, and then tomorrow that's what we're going to do again. So routine, like it's the same over and over again. So hello, Coach Dean. Thank you for watching. So yeah, that's her picture when she was in India. And so yeah, it says here, you need to learn how to select your thoughts just the same way you select your clothes every day. This is a power you can cultivate. If you want to control things in your life so bad, work on the mind. That's the only thing you should be trying to control. So sometimes you want to control our life. Sometimes we want to control things. We want to control our partner. We want to control our children. We want to control our boss. We want to control everyone but us. And we lose grip about things and we give up, and it can even spiral down to depression because you weren't able to control the things that you think you should control. And the question is, are you really, or do you really want to control all the things that is in your life? And I tell you, it cannot be done if you would like to control the people outside you but not yourself. So this one is really beautiful. That is why this needs prayer, meditation, and journaling, like having a quiet time with yourself, having a me time, having time with God. So this is very important for you to actually know who you are, for you to be able to listen to what you're saying, when you write, for you to be able to see it and write where you want, who are you, what you want, why you're doing things. So I'll give you that. I'll give you things on ways or questions and how you're able to do some journaling so that you can start your self discovery, um, you know, journey. So yeah. And the next one, this one. So this is the last of her trip. Last stop is in Indonesia. So I think this was in Bandung. Uh so when I think she went in Jakarta and in Bandung. Bandung. There was a time when she was in Bandung because in Bandung, you can see like green fields and green mountains. So it's a quiet one, but this picture is in a market. So yeah, it's a busy market. So yeah, what happened here? So actually in here in Indonesia, so she was in her journey here when she was here, she opened in there, she opened her heart to love again and to see if she can love again. So in this one, I remember the scene where she fell from her bike and then got some bruises. And then she met this guy, Felipe, a Brazilian guy. And then she actually, they met the next day and then they had a relationship. And when people thought, when we viewers thought that everything was going okay, that okay, this is the second love, she actually divorced him. So, yeah, what was your reflection about that? And yeah, I love what was said here, what Liz said here when she said, we're done. Like, uh, let's call it quits with the guy, with Felipe. She said, I don't need to love you to prove that I love myself. Yeah, because sometimes we want to be seen, or we want love, and we find love from all the other places. We go to other places, we jump from relationship to relationship. Why? Because when we go into the relationship, we are sometimes not really invested into the relationship, and like the other feel it, and they wouldn't be invested as well in the relationship. And like you leave that relationship, and we say that, or you say that it was the fault of the other, and then you go into another relationship again, and that could happen again. So yeah, and just want to prove sometimes, especially if you are a person who had been hurt in your childhood, who was rejected and abandoned when you were a child, you were abused, you lose the grip of, of your identity. You lose the grip of being worthy. You lose the grip of, are you worthy to be loved? And like you grow up not knowing, you know not knowing if you can love, and not knowing if it's okay to like give it up for others but not loving yourself. And with growing up, you'll see that you don't even love yourself, because when you were a kid, they were actually telling you that you were not worthy and things like that, because you're abused. You've gone through that painful childhood. If you've gone through that painful childhood, then you'll make sense of what happened by different thing. Maybe you become a rebel, or you get angry easily, or uh, you just become quiet and don't talk. You have trust issues. You don't want to talk to people. So things like that, or destroying yourself by going to addiction to alcohol, addiction to pornography, addiction to whatever addiction you that in there you will feel for a time that you are okay, or you will numb that feeling of you looking for your worthiness, you looking for the love that you think that you deserve. So yeah, I just love this, that she said, I don't need to love you to prove myself that I love myself. So in that portion of the movie, I thought that she matured actually. That maybe when she married, when she was younger in her 20s, she did not have that. She married because she saw her worth in the partnership, in the way that man actually loved her or cared for her or treated her. But the thing is, if you don't love yourself, then you will always be sabotaging relationships that you have, even friendship, because until you find to love yourself, until you find who you are, until then, and then after you find who you are, until you embrace who you are, and until you love who you are, then you cannot love others. We would always say that you cannot give what you don't want. So you would always be looking for faults in the other. Like, you did not do this for me. Or sometimes you would submit to the other. Like, okay, I'll do this everything for you so that you will treat me okay and I will feel worthy. But if you look at that arrangement, then you are giving the power to the other person. You're giving your power away. So, yeah, those are the things that can happen to you and what I realized in this movie. So, according to the Ketut, and actually the picture, I realized that the picture I showed for India was, I think that was supposed to be for Indonesia. So, yeah, sorry for that. So, sometimes to lose balance of for life is part of living balanced life. So, she was looking for a balanced life and balanced life so balanced life was happiness and getting the love that she want. And the Ketut said that sometimes to lose balance for life is part of living a balanced life. So I wouldn't say that we should live a balanced life if like all areas of your life is balanced, like spiritual life, your financial life are all 10 in the wheel of life. I wouldn't say that it should be balanced like that, but you could work in a harmonious life. Like your financial is in harmony with your career. So whatever your priority now, then you spend. Maybe that's the highest, but the others are not really low, but they're at par with your highest. So yeah, that's how I see it. And yeah, if you want to know which part of your life needs growing, then connect with me. Let's talk. Let's answer the wheel of life. So you'll see where you want to actually improve and you'll see where you are now. So yeah. Okay. So I think that's the lesson that I've learned from Eat, Pray, and Love. And if you've learned anything from this, tell me down in the comments in the comments below. And if you actually have a lesson that you've learned from Eat, Pray, Love, then say it there. I'll be reading your comments later. So I leave you with this. It says, the greatest challenge in life is discovering who you are. That's first. The second greatest is being happy with what you find. So first, let's dissect this. First, the greatest challenge in life is discovering who you are. So it will be a journey. That's why I said it's a journey to self-discovery. So there are prompts that you can use so that you'll know yourself, like questions and all that. And of course, life coaching is needed. Life coaching can help big in you discovering yourself. And there are journaling and other tips that could help you with your self discovery. And yeah, sometimes you've been hiding, or maybe you've been hiding from a self that you want to bring from. You're just having a facade. Like what you are now is just a facade, but like at the back of that, you're a different person. Maybe you're that person. So self discovery will not be easy for you because we're gonna dig deep. and we're going to need to remove that mask, that facade that you are displaying to the world. And the second one is the greatest is being happy with what you find. So sometimes we find ourselves that, oh, I am this, I am an angry person, I am a person who destroy others, I am an angry person. I hurt others because I'm hurt, or I hurt myself because I hate myself. I do not deserve to be here. It's just through what the person who abused me said, that I do not deserve to be here. I do not deserve to live. So things like that. What I want you to do, or what I want you to have, or to remember when you find who you are, like, oh, these are my scars, these are my imperfections, these are the darkness at the back of the facade that I've been showing. Like, I was thinking so little about myself. This was the identity that I had about myself, that I'm not worthy, that I'm not worthy of love, that I do not matter, that I'm not lovable. So maybe you'll find that when you do self-discovery, but it's okay. That's part of who you are. So yeah, be happy and embrace your scars, embrace the pains in your past, because we can turn that pain into purpose. We can turn your pain into purpose. We can turn your pain into power, so that you can live a life of purpose. So yeah, hello. Tell me where in the world you are coming from and what you've learned from here. So if you are actually watching the replay, then say hi. Tell me where you are watching this from. So this is what I have to share this afternoon. Thank you again for being here. So as we end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Rizel for coaching for purposeful living at 4 p.m. I would also like to invite you to Master Coach A's co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes 21-day web-based learning, 3-day live coaching boot camp with Master Coach A, and 3-day live business boot camp with senior coaches in the house. The program package is also, or the program package comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in the profession. We're excited to welcome you. And if you would like to know more about life coaching, I would like to invite you to Life Coaching 101 by Master Coach A. And this is a 90-minute conversation with Master Coach A on how you can become financially confident regardless of how long COVID is destined to stay. So learn how life coaching can help solve your financial frustrations and how you can get started immediately with support of people who's been there, done that, and here to stay as successful coaching professionals. Actually, we have our first class tomorrow. So if you want to be in that class tomorrow, connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. Again, and and again, once again, this is Coach Cherry Minas from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Bye-bye.